Hi guys, this is an impromptu. I hadn't planned to do a live today, but I thought I could come on and make this green tomato chow chow, and if anybody wants to watch, they can. I've got my green tomatoes. I've got a huge bowl, whoops, and then this little bowl here. They're all cut up. I cut up the tomatoes, the bell peppers, and it said to use some kind of hot pepper. So in the bottom, there's some cut up Serrano peppers. Hi, Jude. So I've got my bell peppers and my hot peppers in this bowl. And then in this one is a bunch of chopped onion. And so I was going to sit here and grind this with this. I don't know how much noise this is going to make, but I'm going to turn it on. And we'll start feeding things through. And get the pusher. I don't know why it's not starting to come through. There it comes. Oh, thanks, Jude. Hi, Brittany. Come on. There we go. It's starting to come out now. So I didn't know if this would be something you'd want to watch or not, but this is green tomato relish, and you grind up the tomatoes and the bell peppers and all of that the night before, and you cover it with salt, and basically you're making your brine. And then tomorrow I'll put a bunch of spices in a cheesecloth bag. There it goes. I really want to empty my big bowl first, so I'm going to bring it in closer. So this could be kind of boring. I don't know. If it ends up being too boring, I'll just take it down. Trying to put too much in that. So this isn't art or sewing. This is me making green tomato pickles or chow chow. My mother-in-law just called me and said, "Where are you?" And I'm like, "Where should I be?" She was looking for my sister-in-law. I'm going to turn you just a little bit so I can see y'all. All right, let me see. What's on my t-shirt? It says, "Perfect is boring." There we go. I'm trying to go too fast. After this is set in the salt overnight, you add, oh, I'm not supposed to, yeah. The hot peppers aren't supposed to go in till tomorrow, but they're going in tonight because I've already put them in there. We like hot stuff, so. Making chow chow. Green tomato chow chow, not the cabbage chow chow. You know, there's different kinds of chow chow. I didn't realize it. I grew up with just this green tomato chow chow. I didn't know there was like cabbage chow chow and corn chow chow and all different kinds. The cabbage chow chow is horrible. I think I've tried it once and came with the same conclusion. I'd rather have this green tomato. This is good with dried beans of any kind, you know, cooked dried beans. And I've also put it on my hot dogs. I wasn't sure how hot those Serrano peppers are, so I took a bite off the tip of one. Ooh, boy, I had to go get some milk. It lit me up. So what's everybody else doing tonight? I was just watching, as I was setting up and cutting all these vegetables up, I was watching Arne and Carlos. Yeah, jalapenos are hot, but these are Serranos. They're even hotter. And I put 6 of them in here. I put 3 red, and I'll show you what a Serrano is. These are Serranos. and I bit just the tip off one, and whoo boy. But these are Sirianos. They're skinny. I bought a whole basket of them, so I've got to come up with some more recipes. And my son said, you should make some salsa. So I'll have to pick up some red tomatoes at the farmer's market. I got a pack of green tomatoes. I think that's what it is, a peck basket. And it was $23 for the tomatoes. And then I got the bell peppers on sale at Food Lion for 59 cents a piece, and then a bag of yellow onions. But doesn't it make a neat sound though? You eat those with, you make a papaya salsa basically? This makes the coolest sound when it goes through. And I am using green bell peppers and a yellow and a red because I wanted some color in it. Alright, I'm going to kick the speed up so we can get done here. Scott will come home and say, ooh, it smells good in here, because he loves this relish. And I haven't made it in years. It does contain sugar, so we'll have to, but we only eat it as a condiment, so we only use a little bit. There's some yellow bell pepper, throw that in there, get some color in there. Does anybody else make preserves of any kind? I keep losing the chat. Papaya salad. Yes, I'm going to can it. I have a canner. I don't know how the canner is going to work on this glass-topped stove. But you can can it with a water bath, just in a water bath canner, or you can use a regular canner at 10 pounds of pressure for just 5 minutes, and it will keep all, as long as it stays sealed. I have made this in the past and gave it as Christmas gifts. You make jams? I need a good pineapple chutney recipe that I can make and can, so we can have it with the Jamaican black beans, so I didn't have to make the chutney fresh every time. Yes. Hey, Kathy. This is why I've taken on too much this week, and tomorrow's my mother-in-law's 94th birthday, so at some point I got to get a card made tonight. But I got to get this done and in the fridge because the tomatoes had started to rot in the basket even from just this weekend. Oh, okay, cool. So your summer's just starting, so you'd be just planting stuff. I miss having my own tomatoes, you know. But I've decided I'm not going to try to put a garden back in here because the wisteria has gone underground all over my backyard. So I just don't want to fight it. I'm going to do container gardening. I got a new book on container gardening, so I'm going to give it a go. Definitely going to plant some cilantro because, man, we use a lot of that. Oh, that piece didn't get cut small enough. And, you know, something I couldn't find in the grocery store was the horseradish. I had to buy prepared horseradish. I couldn't find any roots anywhere. Publix told me they quit carrying it because it took up too much space and people weren't using it. I was like, that's a bummer. Yeah, I'm trying to dig it up, Deborah, but it is so bad in our backyard, and the roots, some of them are running right across the top of the grass or the ground, and it's about, some of them are like that big around, the roots. With us not being here, you know, the lawn kind of didn't get the maintenance it should have. The cats are like, what on earth is she doing? They're running around like losing their mind. Oh, it just smells so good. I love the smell of onions and stuff. Companion planting, yes. I don't think I have enough jars for all of this because I got jars I got thrifting. I put them through the dishwasher, and they're the tiny little jelly jars, but you know, for the two of us, I was thinking they'd be perfect, and the stuff wouldn't go bad before we could get it going. Hey, Renee. It's going whoa, whoa, whoa. I won't be able to see chat like this too good, but a lot of tomatoes. I didn't have anybody to help me chop all this stuff, so I've been standing here chopping and chopping. Put too much in again. Okay, I might not leave this video up because it's just me doing grinding chow chow bits. Can you imagine if you had to hand grind this? That would be something, wouldn't it? I know. My grandma did it all, you know, just with hand tools. She didn't have a fancy grinder. She had a food mill, the crank kind. In fact, I have one like hers, but I'm glad I don't have to use it unless I want to. Now I'm making something. Oh wow, that's cool. So a few of the tomatoes had got some areas where it looked like it started to get red, so I just set them aside to ripen. We'll see if they rot or rot. Ripen or rot. I don't think I've put a bare dent in these tomatoes. I figured there wouldn't be too many people watch me grind vegetables, so. But I thought I'd come on in case anybody might be interested. And this is why homemade type stuff costs so much. It takes time, and it's just one person usually doing it. Finally getting down to the red bell pepper. I'll get a little color going in here. This in so long. I've been craving it really bad, so. Yeah. Of course, young people might not like this relish. myself again. All right, let's see if that'll do. Yeah, let's grab it now. Come on. Yeah. I don't know, the homesteading movement's pretty good here in the United States. They just had the Homesteaders of America conference in Virginia this last weekend. Scott and I used to go to the back home up in Asheville. They had a back home event. My son called it our hippie conference. But they went out of business, and then Mother Earth News took it over and changed it to the Homesteaders of America. And now it rotates around the country. So one year it might be in the southeast, and one year it might be somewhere else. Hi, Brenda D. That's what it looks like so far. And I still have all these tomatoes plus those in the bowl on the stove. So I might have cut up too many tomatoes. We'll see. Brings back childhood memories for me on the farm. My grandmother made all kinds of pickles and homemade ketchup and all that kind of stuff. Well, this is going to take me a while longer, so I think I'm going to let you guys go, and I'm going to try to get some other videos done in the next week. And I'm glad y'all stopped in. I'm just going to keep on keeping on because this is taking a whole lot longer than I thought it would. And I've got a lot more tomatoes here to deal with than I thought I would. So, anyhow, let me get you up here in my hands. And I'll say good night. Good night. Not sure why that's not opening yet. Chat. Yep. All right, I'm going to let y'all go and have a good night, and I'll see you next week.